All right, we'll open up to questions.
I can go ahead and start. Tyler, for you, 2 goals tonight. Leading goal scorer for the team there. Thoughts on your performance in doing so in a rivalry game here against Ohio State?
Yeah, obviously, kind of a crazy game. A lot of special teams. I thought our power play, our unit tonight looked really well. We were snapping the puck around really well, and unfortunate enough just to find the back of the net on a couple.
Let me ask Cole. Obviously, you hadn't played a lot of minutes last month or so.
Mm-hmm.
After yesterday's performance and back in there again today, didn't take you long to you feel like you're ready to go again tonight after last night?
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of jitters, and the USA game really helped me that way. And getting back at Ohio State really gave me some confidence. It's like riding a bike. I felt like as soon as I got a couple saves under my belt, it was just routine for me.
You had like 10 shots on. They only had like 10 shots on goal after the first 2 periods. I think the D was really good in front of you as well.
Yeah, we have some absolute animals back there. Needs was eating pucks. Goose was eating pucks. It was unreal to watch.
For me, at these games like these, where the atmosphere is like this, and you got an in-state rival in town, it's easy to kind of see that picture as like a big theme for the game. I'm curious from your as a player's perspective, when you see the arena packed like that, you got Ohio State opposites. Does this game have any extra emotional value for you, or how do you process the games like this?
Yeah, I think obviously anytime you can play a team like Ohio State, and it's obviously a big rival, Ohio, and I think for us it's really big to get a win against a Big Ten team there, and I think obviously like the Slater tonight was absolutely packed, and we got the best fans in the league, so we kind of thrive with them, and they bring the energy every night, so we really appreciate them.
I think adding on to Hottie's point, we came into this weekend with the mindset of our seniors are 0-6 against these guys. So we wanted to send them off feeling good. Got our first win in a couple of years against them, so that was really our goal heading into the games.
What did you guys do specifically after that first period to sort of regulate the emotions and not let that overtake and be the story for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think obviously the first period was a little crazy there. A lot of special teams. Thought our kill did a good job there, holding them just to 1, and obviously Morsey back there holding us in it. And I think kind of the second and third we kind of regrouped, got back to our game, and 5-on-5 we started to play our game, and that was the difference.
Yeah, we have a good leadership group. We have a lot of good seniors, so the message in the room was keep it even keel. Like, we still have 2 periods to go. We can really make the game whatever we want to.
Is there a sense that you guys kind of embrace the emotion because both teams had so many penalty minutes, and it was like they were either on the PK or power plays, or it was kind of some wild swings there? How do you guys manage it?
Yeah, I think obviously staying even keel on the bench, like it's like I don't know if I've ever had that in the first period with so many PK and special teams, and I think it's just taking one shift at a time, and like Morsey said, our leadership guys and our bench did a really good job tonight, just kind of staying even keel and making sure we're ready to go for whatever happens next.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can attest to it. I try to block the noise personally as a goalie, but the guys did an unbelievable job at using that and using the emotion to get those goals. It was unreal.
Follow up on that. How do you keep your head in the game when we had such a long delay trying to process what was happening on the other end of the goal check on this? A lot of emotion, obviously. How do you stay focused when you're at the stretch?
It's just honestly years of practice. I've been working with DMB BG, like mental coach, and he really helps me like dial in and block out the noise, and it's a process. It takes time, so that's all I can say for that.
A lot of chippiness, a lot of talking back and forth during the game. Was that what you were hearing?
Yeah, obviously 2 good teams going at it. There's just part of the game, those scrums like that, and you try not to take penalties, but obviously a lot of penalties for us and them tonight. But overall, I thought our special teams did a great job, and Morsey back there on the PK, and I thought we did a good job.
How did you feel about third periods, both nights? 2 goals last night in the third, 3 goals tonight in the third, no goals given up. What was clicking for you guys just in the final 20 of both teams?
Yeah, I think going into both third periods, just kind of down, just and they got nothing to lose, just go out there and play our game, and get one in the first 10 and see what we can do after that. So that was kind of the message, and I thought we did a really good job in both third periods to come back and make it a game yesterday and win it tonight.
Any more questions?
All right, thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll open up to questions.
I guess just starting out here, Coach, obviously, talked a little bit with them about the players, the atmosphere of the arena, the rivalry game against Ohio State. I'm curious your perspective on what was the environment tonight for this in-state rivalry showdown.
I thought it was a lot of fun to be a part of. Obviously, thanks to all those that came out to support the club. I know our guys, they've been, like anything, whenever we play Ohio State, it's always asterisk on the calendar, when you play an old CCHA opponent and a Big Ten opponent, and so it was electric in there. Some big timing of goals we had, and definitely the support, and our fans were great. The band was great. Very tough venue to play in when we play like that, and I know for our seniors, I probably don't want to say this. This was the first time they ever beat Ohio State. And we talked about that yesterday for our group. I thought how important it was to get them, win, and we came up short last night with a tie, down in Columbus, and we're able to muster up a win for them in the last 20 minutes of probably the last time they're going to play them. So I was real happy for the group.
I guess when you look at the offensive performance, you all managed to score 5 goals out there. First period a little quiet, but then there was a stretch in that second period where it was 13 unanswered shots on goal for you all. And then from there in the third period, you all find 3 scores of your own. I'm curious what you maybe saw that went into that offensive turnaround, especially during that third period.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like her first. We scored early, and then we took it. We had a 5-minute major. They scored one on that, and a team like that's going to score one. Probably on that, and you're almost willing. Obviously, you want to kill the whole 5, but if you hold a team like that to 1, you can build off it, which I thought we did. And then, like you said, in the second, we just had some tough puck luck with some really good looks. In the third, what a effort by Jaden Grant, shorthanded right off the face-off. That got the building going right away. You're going into that, 2-minute kill, just, hey, let's kill this and get back to 18 minutes of playing our hockey, and to get it tied up and get the kill off and start to build off it, and it was just it was great, and then obviously Brett Foe, what a play by Ty Higgins there, to get it to him there at the net with a redirect, and power play came through. It's been struggling as of late, but they scored some timely goals. Tyler Hodson on the short side there in the second, and then what a play he made over to Brody Waters, to give us a 5-3 lead. So a lot of good things from our group, a very happy group, and they should be happy. We've been working hard, those guys. We battle, we practice hard, we train hard, we support each other, and to see them come into that locker room, and be able to enjoy that win. That's why we coach, and that's why we play the game.
See the depth of that goalie room again. It was a second straight great showing. What was your thoughts on how he and defensively in front of him very strong?
Cole played great. Played well last night. Like we were saying last night, it was probably one where, he went into break. Probably not, like most goalies, I'm probably thinking of where am I fitting right now, right? And I'm sure, like anything, the average fan would probably be thinking that we're going to come back after break and still run, or the 2 that kind of finished right before break. But, one thing Cole's done for the last 5-6 weeks during that stretch he's had is he's approached it every day like a pro, and that's a real credit to him. Mentally, as a teammate, he's been fantastic. And he came into the U.S. game. I thought he played really well in that and deserved the start yesterday. And if it wasn't for him in the first period, we would have been down quite a bit. I thought, obviously I'm not knocking Tyler or Jacob, but he made some really big saves for us there, right? And we went, I want to say, back and forth a little bit as you're thinking today, how do you want to handle that, today's starters. And we came to the consensus as a staff that, Cole Moore deserved back-to-back starts, and with his performance yesterday, and he did what he needed to do. He went out there and got us a win.
You didn't give Coach George any tips or tricks anyway before he went out, just nailed the Klaus House golf shot at him in the second intermission.
No. Who was that?
Eddie George.
Oh, was he here? Yeah, I don't know what goes on at intermission. No.
You must have
had a smile on your face in the room, seeing all the ice bags because the guys were eating.
Oh,
Like
that was awesome.
11 in the third period. That's great buy-in.
Best I've ever seen. It was unbelievable, hey? And that's what we should be talking about, right? Like, to me, that I'm with you. That's the difference. Brody Waters, why not? Sloan, Goose, like, they're eating pucks. Like, for people that don't play the game or have ever blocked a puck, like that's not fun, let me tell you. Especially when the guys just teed up with soft ones coming in, right? Like, that was some gutsy effort. And we'll win a lot of games with guys playing that way, sacrificing and being in those lanes. And real credit, I mentioned them at the end of the game. Obviously those were the Jaden Grant goal, Cole Morinette, and how about the effort by those block shots, because that takes a lot of will. And there was a couple right prior to that too. Wino had a couple more there. So real happy. It was over. It was a great weekend. What can I say? And we got to enjoy it for 24 hours, and we got to get back to work.
Face off, coach. That's something you guys have been better than anybody
Yeah.
in the country so far this season.
Yeah, they ripped it.
By a wide margin.
Yeah.
They got you again tonight.
Yeah, crazy, hey? I'm not sure. I got to go with that, but it wasn't very good. I don't. They were pretty good. They're a top 10 team, I think, too, right? Yeah, they were ripping our hands. Jaden Grant was pretty solid for us, but it's hard for him to win on his offside there. But that's one area we got destroyed in for sure. But it's something we can. What's great about it is we can dissect that and learn from it. Non-conference games allows us to get better for conference games. So now we go back, take a reset. Let's take a look at it. We'll get Jacob Pritchard to break that down with our centerman, and see what we were doing wrong and how we can correct it. And hopefully we don't have one of those events again.
Nothing better than beating Ohio State at home in front of a full house, but helping your CCHA standings. Obviously, now you got to replicate that effort next weekend.
Yeah, we sure do. It's a grind. We're going to be going in the mixer here, right? So that's why you play. I think we have every weekend from here on out. We should throw more games and go Wednesdays, hey, or 3-3s on Sundays. Like, that's what we should be doing in college hockey. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Make you guys busy, right? Kevin, he wouldn't sleep over there, but you know what? It is back in the league play, right? And really important. Just like we want to start the second half with that exhibition game playing well, we want to start non-conference well, we want to start league play well, and we know we got to go on the road, up to Ferris, and we know how difficult it is. We split up there last year, tough rink to play in, new coach. We played him here in a crazy 9-5 game, off it, so we're going to have to be on our toes, and we're going to have to do some good pre-scout and get reset, refocus, and really try to hone in more on our identity.
Can you talk about crowd just a little bit, Coach?
Yep.
I guess probably want to ask you too, but you win that game without 5,000 you're screaming and yelling for.
Oh man, they were awesome. I can't thank them enough. Like I said, it was so fun to come out, and at the end, the real satisfaction from a coach's view is seeing your players go on the ice and seeing your fans celebrate with them. That's why we coach. We coach to develop players to pro hockey, and we coach for that 5 minutes all week. We grind, we do video, we hold them accountable, we make them work outside their comfort zone so that when they come in here and play that win song for 3 minutes, that's the best part. You couldn't be happier from a coaching standpoint, and like I said, when I looked around and you see the fans up and celebrating and cheering, when that clock went to zero, like what a cool feeling. Really happy for the guys, and real happy that the people that were able to make it out got to enjoy that game.
Any more questions for Coach?
Yeah, Coach.
Yep.
A bunch of games in a row now, very nice third periods, but you mentioned a couple of games in a row too, how you didn't like the first period. What is, biggest things that you've seen in first periods in a lot of these games, and, going into
Well, it's only been these last two I haven't liked, quite contrary to the beginning of the year. So I don't know. It's not from a lack of, I don't know. I gotta look at it. I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I like hearing them yell over there right now. They're having a good time, so.
Coach Ty Higgins playing his first
Yeah.
Series as a Falcon, his assist tonight.
Mhm.
Took the winning shot that Bo tipped in. What did you see out of his game both tonight and over the series?
Yeah, you could see he played well, Ty. I think what a lot of people forget is Ty haven't played since maybe March. So as much as you practice, Out here it's way different when you have a different jersey coming at you, especially a team like Ohio State. He looked a little tired, I thought, at times out there, and it's expected, But obviously the play he made on the blue line to, set up Brett Foe going to the net, right? Like that's a big time play. That's what he was brought in here to do, to help us with the offense, help us generate goals, and it was a great vision and a great play all around by that whole group.
Brandon Wynot makes a couple pretty big blocks, also laid a couple pretty big hits. What did you see?
Yeah, great. That's why we brought him in. I coached against him for a couple of years. He was in Calgary, then moved over to Tri-Cities. And what you see, what Brandon Wynot is to me, he's your meat and potatoes, right? Or any holiday, that's my favorite meal, right? You know what I mean? Roast beef, mashed potatoes, steak, mashed potato. Like, he is as good as they come that way. And when you watched him out there get out to the point, finish his check, block those pucks, that's a hockey player. That's more so to me a hockey player that has started to understand what his role and identity is to be in the lineup. And what he's made a case for and started to do is separate himself from other guys, because we win hockey games with him in there like that. So it was awesome.
Any more questions?
Clint, you got any more?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'll see you in the morning.
Thank you.
All good. Thanks.